Introduction. What is Brainrot and why has it conquered the internet? What exactly is the Brainrot phenomenon? It's internet content characterized by absurd, primitive, and cyclically repeating visuals that induce a persistent, almost hypnotic addiction in viewers. This content has become so firmly embedded in our digital lives that the Oxford Dictionary officially recognized brainrot as the word of the year for 2024, defining it as a deterioration of mental state due to the consumption of meaningless online content. Interestingly, the term itself is not new. Its history dates back to 1854, when brainrot was used as a metaphor for intellectual decline. Today, this metaphor has found new life. In this article, we will delve into the reasons for brainrot's wild popularity, explore the psychology behind its perception, and examine examples of memes that have already captivated millions. As a joke that perfectly captures its essence goes, what does the brain do when it watches brainrot? It's like it goes on vacation, only instead of a resort, it chooses an eternal loop of tiny memes.
The history and roots of brainrot memes. The emergence of the brainrot phenomenon occurred long before its current popularity. The first echoes can be traced back to the 90s, with a prime example being the Ooga Chaka Baby meme, 1996, one of the first cyclical and absurd videos to go viral. In the Russian internet space, the groundwork was laid by the Obansky language of the 2000s, which was based on intentionally misspelling words and gave rise to the first massive Russian language meme, Privet Medved. Later, in the 2010s, the baton was passed to YouTube Poop, a genre of video collages based on surrealism and nonsensical sound cacophony, which laid the foundation for modern video brainrot. A fitting metaphor here is that just as potato blight affects a field, an excess of meaningless content in the minds of modern internet users slowly but surely eats away at attention and patience, leaving a void behind. The psychology of the phenomenon, the dopamine needle and the brain. So why does our brain adore this seemingly primitive content? The answer lies in biochemistry. Short, looping videos and an intrusive, simple melody are perfect for stimulating the production of dopamine, the chemical messenger responsible for pleasure and motivation. The brain receives an instant reward with minimal effort, which triggers the desire to repeat the experience over and over. This is how the dopamine needle is formed, a habit that develops into a mild addiction to endless scrolling. Psychologists note that in an era of information overload and constant stress, users are looking for a quick and easy way to unwind, and brainrot content becomes the ideal sublimated outlet. As one expert aptly put it, brainrot is a symptom of an era when the brain craves maximum pleasure for minimum effort. Key characters and memes, from skibbity toilets to Italian hybrids. The pantheon of brainrot has its undisputed stars. One of the most prominent examples is the web series Skibbity Toilet, an absurd show about singing toilets with human heads, which, despite its primitivism, has amassed an audience of over 45 million subscribers. This phenomenon set a new bar for viral content. Italian brainrot holds a special place in this world. These memes, which exploded on the internet in February 2025, feature AI-created animal hybrids voiced in Italian. They appeared on TikTok and instantly became a cultural phenomenon. It is also worth briefly mentioning other regional variations, such as the Polish gangster beaver, which prove the global nature of the trend. To grasp the essence, one only needs to use their imagination. Picture a group of strange creatures, a baby shark in sneakers, a goose airplane, and a dancing cappuccino ballerina. They all merge into a surreal, choreographic madness that can capture your gaze for hours.
growth, and influence. Why these memes continue to thrive. The surge in Brainrot's popularity in 2024-2025 transformed it from a niche interest into a massive cultural phenomenon. Why did this happen now? The development of technology played a key role. Distribution has become incredibly easy thanks to neural networks and mobile platforms. Now any user can create millions of variations on an existing meme in minutes. This sustains a continuous dopamine-seeking cycle on social media, preventing interest from fading. Despite its apparent meaninglessness, this content serves an important social function. These memes act as a kind of mood booster and a mass relief mechanism for brains tired of complex information. At the same time, their ubiquity raises legitimate questions about intellectual fatigue and the very mental rot that people were warned about back in the 19th century.
Conclusion: what brain rot tells us about our brain and culture. In conclusion, the brain rot phenomenon is more than just a collection of silly pictures and videos. It clearly demonstrates how our brain is wired by nature. It will always seek easy and quick pleasure, instinctively reacting to simple and repetitive stimuli. This is its fundamental characteristic, which modern technologies have learned to exploit with incredible efficiency. In a broader sense, these memes are a mirror of our times. They reflect deep social, technological, and psychological changes occurring in society. They show our fatigue with complexity and our need for a collective, albeit absurd, experience. Ultimately, everyone decides for themselves. What does Brainrot mean to you? Harmless entertainment? An alarming symptom of a dulling mind? Or a new, not yet fully understood language of the digital age?